We got HP DPS-1200SB. Same ones BBI recommended. So I have done the voltage mods on these. 15.36. Now, when I was adjusting these voltages on the pots, I got them plus or minus 0.01. So some of them are 15.35, some of them are 15.36. Now, what I've noticed is we've got 2 of the 4 lights off, but it's actually still putting out power. So I'm thinking these lights have something to do with, saying it's ready condition or not. My guess is that because these ones are the 15.35 volts and these are the 15.36 volts, that it sees that it can't bring the voltage down enough. So they shut the light off, but they still output all the power and the current. And I'm going to demonstrate that here in a moment. And you'll see that it's not equally balanced loads each one. It's off by a couple amps, and I think that's why 2 of the 4 lights have gone off, even though the fans are still moving and the 2 lights have gone off. So we'll go ahead and turn this guy on. 400 amp setting. Go ahead and key down. There's 56 amps. Carter, come over here and grab this mic handle.
Okay.
Okay, hold that down.
Okay.
Hold it down. Don't let go.
Stop.
All right. It's 56 on this one. Ava, don't jump. 14. On this one. 15.6. Ava, stop. And on this one, 13.9. And on this one, 14. So as you can see, these 2 are pulling less than these 2. And that's solely based on the fact that these are 0.01 volts lower. Now, go ahead and let off the mic. So with a 50 amp, stay right there. Grab the mic. Now, the voltage, I've just got it back pinned on these wires here at this power supply. But even though those lights are off, they're still pushing current out of these 2. And now, go ahead and key it down. Alright, so I'm going to do, right now it's at 200 watt RMS. So let's go ahead and crank that up to, do not let go, please.
Okay.
I'm going to go a straight 1,000. Okay, let go. Wait for me. Okay, go ahead. Let go. Go ahead. Hold it down. 84 amps. Let go. Key it down. Let go. Let go. Oh, it's only an 84 because I'm only grabbing 2. Thought it should have been way more than that.
Wait, what?
Hold on, son.
Okay.
All right. Do it again. 160 amps. Let go. I'm only dropping 1/10 of a volt. Go ahead. So about 160 amps. Let go. 160 amps divided by 4. That's 40 amps a piece, right? 80, 40, 80, 120, 160 amps. Now, even with that amount of load, these things get pretty warm, especially sitting next to each other. Even though the fans have not gone into high speed, they get pretty warm, especially in between them.
Can I feel them?
Like that's actually uncomfortable for my hand even.
Can I feel them?
No,
Oh.
that's uncomfortable for my hand to even remain in between these. Now I know there is a thermal pad on the inside, and I'm pretty sure it's on this side. Yeah, it's the side panel that comes off. There's a thermal pad right here where one of the primary MOSFETs are at, or the transistors, and they get pretty warm. So if you're gonna run, 150, 100, whatever, 150 amps, and it's about what I'm at even when I'm talking. Let go. Okay, let go. If you're gonna run 150 amps, I would use more than two, even though they're rated for 100 amps apiece.
I want to feel.
Hold on, son. Actually, it's all on 115 right now, so actually it's only rated for, it's on 120 volts, 900 watts is 75 amps apiece. So I was running them at 40, so only 50% duty cycle in reality, and they're pretty hot to the touch. Like, it's uncomfortable. Like, I would only leave my hand there comfortably about that long, and they get pretty warm. So if you're gonna build a box, I would try to put some spacers in there, and maybe a case fan still to allow air to kind of blow in between them, because these things get pretty hot, hotter than I expected. But they seem to be working pretty good, even though two of the lights are off. Now, if I cycle the power or unplug it and plug it back in, that light comes on. Now, if I put any amount of load on there, even just a couple of amps, like we'll do a...
I am the one that's...
Okay, go ahead. Key down, son.
Okay.
Oh, you're getting too close to the amplifier. You got RF getting into the amplifier.
Okay.
You got to keep the mic away from the amp. Now,
happy.
if you have a little bit of draw, even if it's only a few amps, and I think it's more than that right now, so we got 15 amps, right? We got a 75 watts, right? Carrier. Not much.
But
That's enough to keep all of them drawn down to that 15.3536, to where now they're all sharing enough to where that green light will stay on. Go ahead, let go. But once you let go, within a couple of minutes, two of these lights will go out. And I think it's just because it's letting you know, like, hey, there's something going on with the bus. The voltage is higher than I can control. But apparently it's irrelevant, and I wouldn't worry about it. But definitely I wouldn't use these even long intermittent 60% duty cycle. I wouldn't put more than 50% load on them. Maybe they run cooler at 220, but for that box, it only really needs like, a 200 amp supply. But if you only give it a 200 amp supply, you're going to be taxing it, and it's going to be working really hard. So I recommend doubling it up. And they're cheap enough. They're only like $40, so unlike those 30 amp mean wells, you can really get a lot of power out of these things. So I recommend them. The mods are really easy. There's tons of videos out there showing you how to do it. It's another update. Oh, and this is the box they're going to go in. I'm going to put all four of them in this little box here. 73s.